Live from the Don and Lorena Meyer studio at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln's College of Journalism and Mass Communications, this is Nebraska Nightly.
Good afternoon and welcome to Nebraska Nightly. I'm Paige Smith.
And I'm Mike Knockenhauer. Lincoln is facing some serious renovations. How is construction affecting students at UNL?
But first, a look into the suspicious person on East Campus last night. That's our top story tonight.
Last night, 3 juveniles were seen on East Campus carrying what appeared to be long-barreled rifles. UNL's alert came through at 11:49 p.m. The UNL police received a call at 11:30 p.m. from someone reporting seeing the gunman on a video posted to Yik Yak, an anonymous social media app widely used by college students. Based on security footage, UNL PD determined the young man arrived on East Campus around 10:30 p.m. The police call was made more than an hour later. Officers were able to track down the juvenile's parents, who confirmed the weapons were airsoft rifles. UNLPD Assistant Chief Marty Farringer says there will be no legal action taken. University Police encourages students to report suspicious activity as soon as possible. To report suspicious behavior, call 911 or call UNLPD at 402-472-2222 or text at 402-472-5552.
President Donald Trump says a whole civilization could die Tuesday night. The social media post comes as he's trying to pressure Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. He's giving Tehran until 8 Eastern Time Tuesday night to do so. If Iran doesn't comply, he says the U.S. will strike its power plants and other civilian infrastructure. He and the White House are dismissing concerns that could be considered a war crime. Trump says in his post he'd rather not destroy a civilization if it can be avoided. Trump has set and changed other deadlines during the war with Iran.
A major construction investment is underway in Lincoln.
The city is projected to spend millions on road improvements.
The city of Lincoln is investing $53 million into road construction projects across the area. While these improvements aim to fix infrastructure and improve traffic flow, the price tag is raising some questions for residents and is rerouting travel.
Being an out-of-state student from Minnesota traveling home from Lincoln for Easter weekend, the construction caused me to have to reroute multiple times and added a lot, like 30 to an hour extra minutes on my drive.
Construction zones have become a daily reality for drivers, leading to delays, detours, and frustration.
Still, others say the investment could pay off in the long run if it leads to safer and smoother roads.
At the University of Nebraska, dodgeball is more than just a game. It might look like a gym class, but the UNL Dodgeball Club are serious competitors. The club is a non-scholarship team that competes nationally, taking on other top clubs across the Midwest.
Friends with the one Art, who you just talked to, I'm moving with him. So I mean, the bonds you really create here are really awesome and pretty long term. So I see these guys way after dodgeball, after I graduate and stuff.
Success comes down to teamwork, communication, and strategy, ensuring that they are prepared for the upcoming National Collegiate Dodgeball Association Championship, which is less than 2 weeks away. The club is open to students of all skill levels. After a stretch of abnormally dry conditions, rain appears to be on the way along with some much-needed relief. Forecaster Mitchell Brandt has the latest with this week's forecast. Mitch, what are you seeing?
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, we're looking, it's been a pretty interesting day as far as temperatures are gone. We haven't reached our highs yet for the day. We're sitting at 55, but that's temperature's still going to rise. We're expecting to go up a little bit more this evening, even into the later parts of the evening. But tonight, we will ending around 51. We're looking at a pretty cloudy night, mostly cloudy with some decent winds, about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Tomorrow, wind really kicking in, 10 to 15. We could see gusts up to 25. But our temperatures do rise quite a bit as well. We're looking at 75 degrees there. And we take a look at these statewide temps today. I did mention that that we haven't fully reached our highs yet. We take a look, Lincoln and Omaha, those still pretty low. You saw Omaha only reach a high of 46 today. Scottsbluff, however, they did reach all the way up to 70 degrees. We take a look. Here's part of the reason why. You can see all the way out in Scottsbluff, not a lot of cloud cover today. But you see here in the central Nebraska region, eastern Nebraska, we do see quite a lot of cloud cover during the day, and that started late in the afternoon, started to leave the area. So that's why we're seeing our late temperature rise and through the rest of the evening. We take a look Now they say April showers bring May flowers. If we're looking at that, we're looking at flowers on the road. It is a very rainy last week and this week. Thursday, 24%. We're seeing a little bit. Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at even more. We're looking at some thunderstorms there. We take a look at last week, though, the drought monitor. This is what it looked like. Move into this week. It is continuing to spread. We have not had quite enough rain to make a dent in the drought, but we do look to be making progress. We take a look at that 7-day forecast, though. 75, 60. We're getting back up into the 74, 75, 80 range back on Monday. The temps are rising. We're still looking at some severe weather, though. Mike, Paige?
Update on Nebraska spring storm.
Stick with us.
Thanks, guys. Haymarket Park was busy all weekend with baseball and softball both in the middle of conference play. But first, the 2026 college basketball wrapped up last night with the national championship game. Last night, Michigan took the college basketball throne after beating UConn in the national championship game last night, winning their second title in program history. For Nebraska and every team, this signifies the start of a new offseason, and it all started today as the transfer portal window opened. As of right now, reporters say that over 1,500 players have already entered or declared that they would enter the transfer portal. Two Huskers put their name in earlier today. Both Justin Bolins and Quentin Rhymes will both be looking for new homes next season. Head coach Fred Hoiberg spoke about the importance of finding players that match Nebraska's culture on Monday.
Yeah, a lot of it is, first of all, they have to fit the culture. They have to fit the group, with the group of guys that we're going to have coming back. And that's been very important. We've had really, good players, obviously, but they've also been a group of guys that have lived up to the daily standard that we set for our players.
College basketball will be full of movement all of the way up the portal deadline on April 1st. The Bowlin Stadium, where Nebraska softball continues to build on historic season with a weekend sweep of Rutgers. Nebraska softball hosting the final of a 3-series game Sunday. First inning, Riley Huang with the solo home run to put Rutgers out in front early. Bottom of the frame, Lauren Comazin with a 3-run blast. Nebraska would score 7 runs in the first inning. Husker defense showing off, Hannah Coyer with the laser beam from center to keep Nebraska in front. Nebraska wins 11-5. This past weekend, the Huskers swept the Penn State Nittany Lions with 3-game series, winning 8-7, 13-1, and 8-6. Game 1 of the series was scheduled for Friday at 6, but was delayed to Saturday due to rainy weather. Saturday in Game 1, Penn State hurled to lead up for the majority of the game until the bottom of the 7th inning after Rhett Stokes hit the RBI just short of the right fielder, scoring Drew Grego from the second, taking the lead 8-7. In Saturday's second game of the day, the Huskers out-hit the Nittany Lions 11-4. Nebraska outscored Penn State 13-1 in the closing game of the series on Easter Sunday. Nebraska clinched their third win 8-6. The Huskers outscored the Nittany Lions 29-14. The Huskers are on a 10-game winning streak and hope to continue that tonight against Kansas. First pitch is scheduled for 6 p.m. tonight. That's all for sports. Paige?
Said Nebraska baseball takes on the Kansas Jayhawks at home tonight. But Mitchell, for the fans that are going to be outside, what can they expect?
Yeah, we're looking at some little bit chillier of temperatures. It's not too bad though. We're looking in about 20 minutes. We should raise up a little bit. Should be about 57 for first pitch at 6:02. But then we're going to go down just a little bit. Definitely jacket worthy tonight, but it's not, as far as Tuesday night baseball goes in early spring, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm excited to head down to Haymarket tonight, but definitely going to need to bring a few extra layers.
For sure, for sure.
Got some good friends coming down from KU. They're part of their journalism college. It'll be good to catch up with them.
Yeah, it should definitely be a great game tonight.
Well, thank you for tuning in to Nebraska Nightly.
Be sure to follow us on social media at Nebraska Nightly.
Our next live show is Friday at 4:30.
Have a great night.
Nightly is a production of the University of Nebraska Lincoln's College of Journalism and Mass Communications.